welcome back into the channel. It is Jim here, the voice of champions here at the VOC, a flight deck with another unboxing review. And we're also going to be installing a battery, kind of show you how to do that. And we are going to be unboxing this DX6 Gen 3. This is the only Gen 3 right now. Everything else is Gen 2, but this is the DX6 Gen 3. And we're going to talk about this a little bit. I'm going to open it up, give you guys some close-ups of it. We're going to talk about some differences and why I downgraded from an 8 to a 6. My reasons behind that and what was going on in my head and so forth. And we'll talk a little bit about the differences between the 6 Gen 3 and the DX8 Gen 2. There are a few minor differences, but they are pretty big differences depending on how you fly, what you fly. So let's get into it. All right, guys, we are now going to be talking a little bit about the differences real quick before we open this DX6. Actually, you know what? Let's open the DX6 first, and then we'll get into a little bit of the differences and why I chose this DX6 rather than going with another DX8 Gen 2. This is my DX8 Gen 1 here. And after we go through all that stuff, guys, we get it open, we talk about that. I'm going to show you guys how to install. Pretty easy install, obviously. Not much to it, but how to install the rechargeable battery pack from Spektrum that you have to buy when you buy this DX6. It doesn't come with it. The 8 and the 9 do come with it, but with the DX6 Gen 3, you'll have to purchase this, or you can run this off AA's. So let's just get right into the boxing, guys. You can see it. Once again, beautiful boxing. I paid $229. You can see on the price tag there, and you'll notice something right up here in the corner, and that is the antenna diversity. Has 2 of them. One of them runs through the handle on the back. So it's kind of a cool new feature that the old ones obviously did not have. So yeah, get you guys to get a couple looks at the box here before we pop it open. Real nice box, obviously, from Spektrum. Always is. This is the optional battery pack. Does not come with it, but you get a good look at the screenshots there. So that's that. You got the Spektrum DX6 on the side, and then of course the back is going to give you all of your features and all the different languages depending on where you are from. So let's get into this box here. Always real nice that you can just open these up. Not a lot of tape, not a lot of packaging that you have to deal with when you're messing with these DXs from Spektrum. Pull this right out of the box here. And just like the DX6E, guys, that we unboxed not long ago, it's in this clamshell. This one's white. Nice hard clamshell here that they set this in. That to the side. Inside you're going to have a couple of things, guys. You're going to have this Allen tool right here. Make sure you don't lose that. It's in a little plastic bag. Just a little Allen wrench. Real tiny. You probably don't have one that small hanging around. And just like the DX6E, you're going to get these Gassner batteries. No thanks. But they do come with it. Pull your receiver out. It is in this plastic bag. There's nothing else inside the box there. And there's your plastic bag that it's going to come in. And it's going to tell you not to put this on your head, obviously. So there it is, guys. I really like this controller. I'll tell you a few things about it that I wish were a little different when it comes to this particular model that I purchased. But the 8 also was lacking those same features, so that's why I did not go with it. Now you're going to notice a couple of big differences right off the bat from the Gen 1s. I do not have a Gen 2, so I don't actually know exactly how the Gen 2 works. But with the Gen 3, one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat is the battery. There's no plug on the side. There's no plug in the back. You cannot plug a charger directly into this. So what happens is when you take off this back, you can either put in the AA's, right? Or as we're going to do in a little bit, we're going to take this out and we're going to install this charging pack so that it's rechargeable. But the difference being, you can see right there on the charger pack, that's where you plug in. You can see the slot there. That's where you're going to plug in your cord. So to charge it, you'll have to plug it directly into the battery pack. One cool feature, I believe, if I can get this open without tweezers, is, oh my gosh, there we go. So on the back here, you have this rubber insert right here. You pop this rubber insert open, and that is where that hole will be on your battery pack, so you can plug it in through. You don't have to necessarily take the back cover off every time you want to charge this thing. So that's the difference there with the batteries that I immediately noticed. And to be honest with you, one of the upsell things that the guy at the hobby store was trying to upsell me on was that the DX8 does come with a battery pack. So he said, once you buy the controller for $229, you buy the battery pack for $34.95, you're just $70 off, $64 or $65 off from the cost of the DX8. But that $70 is almost enough for a small UMX plane, or a few batteries for one of my expensive planes, or tools, or parts for a plane that I've crashed, whatever I want. So 70 bucks is 70 bucks in a hobby like this, which is expensive, but if you got the extra money, I guess you could go ahead and go with the DX8. So let's take a look at this controller. One thing I like about this on the gimbals, they have the orange. You can see that orange there, which is real nice, that Spektrum orange color that you guys know I love. I love the fact that it says DX6 right here. The branding on this thing is just so nice. You've got the DX6 up here, and you've got the DX6 logo here, which I think just looks uber sick. So you get the Spektrum across the front there of the screen. So now you can see all of your little switches here. You know, you've got your bind button here, you know, safe mode, flaps, all these different toggles. There's 3 positions and 2 positions, and that's going to be one of the differences. Now on the back, you can see on the old model here, you had the one plug for training and so forth. On this one, you actually have 2 separate plugs, one for the buddy box, if you want to plug in another controller to this, and then the one for the headphones. And the reason that you have a headphones is because this particular controller has voice. So in the past on these Spektrums, you would type in, you know, a 5-minute battery timer, and you'd look down and it would be counting it down and it would let you know. Well, in this case, you no longer have to look down. It will simply say 3 minutes left on the battery, 2 minutes left on the battery. And it also does several other prompts. So that's good too. You got your power button here. Obviously, you've got your scroll wheel, which is on all of your Spektrum DXs. Clear and back, same 2 buttons you're going to get on most of these. And this is just once you get inside this menu, guys, and we'll turn this on in a minute. I'll throw these double A's in here. You've got your trim buttons here. Obviously, this is going to be for your lanyard. You got your lanyard post, so it trims, your gimbals, you got your toggles, yeah, and your wheel there. So, I mean, this thing is beautiful. I actually really like this controller. I've been wanting one of the new Gen 2s for a while, but when this Gen 3 came out, I just decided that this was going to be the way that I wanted to go, was with this Gen 3. So let's put these batteries in real quick. Show you guys a few things here. Power this baby on for the first time. See those lights light up there on the LEDs. There you got your DX6. Let's see if we can get a better view of that. And it automatically goes to a model. Obviously you get your menu as with anything else on these DXs. And you scroll through on here and back out. So, and you know, you get to your model select on these things just like you would any other one. You're gonna hold down your selector wheel, turn this on, and it should take us right into the model select area of the menu, the system settings there. So This one thing I do like in the upgrade of this will take 250 models. You can program up to 250 models with this transmitter. So a big step up from the Gen 1s, guys, that I've been using here lately. Now let's talk a little bit about the differences. Obviously, by the way, guys, you get your big manual, your big Spektrum manual, nice and thick. Lots of good information in here. I always recommend, guys, with these, even if you know what you're doing, it's a new technology here, so make sure that you guys check this out for different things. Now let's talk about what made me switch from a DX8 to a DX6 for just about $60, $70 difference. Hey, what's up, guys? Real quick, I'm popping in for an edit because I was watching my video and I actually forgot to tell you guys about the SD slot. It does not come with an SD card. However, there is an SD slot and you can use that to upgrade the firmware on this model. You can also use it to get setups from other people and use those setups on your controller without having to set them up yourself. All right, guys, head over to video number 2 and we will compare it to the DX8 Gen 2 as well as install that battery pack for you.